I'm nervous. I think this is the guy to really turn around my career. The last guy, I didn't get any auditions for movies, TV shows, so this is a big deal. Yeah, and yeah, I'll be home for dinner, but just make sure you DVR The Bachelorette, please. All right?
Kenny!
I love
What's
you.
up, baby?
I gotta go.
Good to see you,
Nice
kid. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
All right.
Yes.
K-Flow. Kenny Flow.
Yes, sir.
That's the handle. It sounds
Yeah.
like a Korean diaper, just so you know. It's good, though. It's nice. It has a pretty good flow to it. So why are you here, out of curiosity?
Listen, I want to get into movies and TV. And
You want to be a star?
That's right.
Okay, great. I love it, buddy. You are the most charismatic announcer on television today.
Thanks.
Said literally no one, ever. I think that we need you on television as bad as we need Roseanne Barr to have another Twitter account. Donald Trump has a better chance of running Telemundo than you do of being a star. That's one man talking. How old are you?
I'm 42.
42. Yeah. That's great. Were you fighting on the undercard of David and Goliath? Did you sign your contract in Sanskrit?
It was early 2000s.
Early 2000s. Are you married?
I am.
So you showed up for the big one.
I did.
Because every time you had a title fight, are you allergic to gold? Because you just didn't want it around your waist. This is great. I love the beard. It's wonderful. It's like if Wolverine was hiding out in Silver Lake and became a vegan. It's fantastic.
Oh, okay.
It's great. And your ears, they're so jacked up that you can hear Diego Sanchez's voices in your head. And none of them are good, by the way. All right? You do any impressions?
A little bit. I could do a GSP, a Nate Diaz, a Conor McGregor.
Let's hear GSP.
Let's see. Are you intoxicated? I'm from Montreal. Man, I'm so looking forward for this fight. It's going to be the best George St. Pierre you have ever seen. And then Conor McGregor. You ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't gonna do nothing. I'm the champ, yeah?
No, that's
working on it.
No, it's good stuff. It's really good stuff. Why don't you just tell them what's happening?
All right. The 10th annual Fighters Only World MMA Awards.
Here we go. One more time.
All right.
Welcome to the 10th annual Fighters Only World MMA Awards. You're fired. How you guys feeling? All right. I'm so excited to be in Vegas at the Palms. It's an honor to be in a room filled with so many great athletes and Russell Peters. Now, Russell is, in all seriousness, he's a great comic. His stand-up game is so funny. It's not as funny as CM Punk's stand-up game, of course. Too soon, I know it. Now, some of you fighters have amazing nicknames. I want a great nickname. I love the Black Beast. It's like a wall of chocolate coming after you, right? Like my nickname would be Vanilla Drizzle, right? I would want to manage your expectations and try to, over-deliver. Also, the great Francis Ngannou, give it up for Francis, is in the house. Now, Francis has the body of a Greek god and the cardio of a Greek salad, unfortunately. The beautiful Misha Tate is in the house. Give it up for Misha. Beautiful cupcake. Has a beautiful daughter, 72 hours she was in labor. Now, as painful as that was, she still said it wasn't as painful as watching one Colby Covington fight. Yeah. And finally, this year we had some legends who are retiring. The great Rashad Evans. Give it up for Rashad. Yes. He had some epic battles with Chuck Liddell, Forrest Griffin. Congratulations, buddy. What a great career. Also calling it quits, former UFC champion Johnny Big Rig Hendricks. He had epic battles with GSP, Robbie Lawler, and Pizza Hut. And as you know, Pizza Hut is undefeated. The first presenter of the evening, NASCAR great Kurt Busch and former WWE star Tori Wilson. Give it up.
I'm doing it really, big dreams, I want big, crying all night, champagne.
So breaking away from the pack is an important part of racing, and it's just as important in mixed martial arts.
The next big thing today could be the champion of tomorrow, and each of the fighters in this category have shown all the traits of a future superstar.
The nominees for Breakthrough Fighter of the Year are
Breakthrough Fighter of the Year, presented by C4, Darren Till, Francis Ngannou, Nurmagomedov Özdemir. Brian Ortega.
That's a tap. The tap. Brian T. City Ortega is still undefeated.
Martin Nguyen. Breakthrough Fighter of the Year, presented by C4. Breakthrough Fighter of the Year, presented by C4.
And the winner is... I love you too. Brian Ortega.
I think this is more nervous than the UFC walkout. No, man, in all honesty, I really want to thank my team for this, Hannah Gracie, James Larson. Without my two trainers, pushing me every day in, day out, just to, literally, this is going to be my fourth fight less than a year. And, I've been blessed to not be injured. And really what I always want to say, we got to help make the world a better place. Thank you, guys.
Now we welcome to the stage former UFC champ Rashad Evans and Wounded Warrior alum Jeremiah Pauly, everybody.
Hey guys, I threw 2 good kicks in my whole entire career. One is when I knocked out Sean Salmon.
Uh-oh.
And the other is when I posed for the picture to be this award right here. So this is actually me right here. It's a known fact. No, this is not me being a narcissist. It's real. But that's actually me. And when I took that picture, I was just thinking about my mom saying, Rashad, you gotta throw more than Bruce Lee kicks. So that's that Bruce Lee kick right there. Jeremiah, please tell these people why we up here.
Yeah, fighting your way back while facing adversity is something the world's greatest warriors know all too well.
And here are the nominees for Comeback of the Year.
Comeback of the Year, presented by Wounded Warrior Project. Darren Elkins versus Mirsad Bektik.
This is a bad position for Darren Elkins. We have Darren Elkins on top. He's got that heel hook. Oh, he hurt him. He's out. He's out. He's out. Darren Elkins.
Derek Lewis versus Travis Brown.
And another body shot as Lewis covers up. Do you believe it?
Uriah Hall versus Krzysztof Jotko.
Uriah! Prime time!
Nathaniel Wood versus Josh Reed. Justin Gaethje versus Michael Johnson.
Johnson now finding the holes in the defense. Can Johnson survive? No, he cannot!
Comeback of the Year, presented by Wounded Warrior Project.
All right, here we go. And the winner is Justin Gaethje.
I get punched in the face real good, don't I? You know, the circumstances leading into that fight were special to me. I had so much to prove to myself, to my family, to you guys, to the MMA community, and the UFC gave me the opportunity to go out there in a headlining event and show what I'm made of. So the human body is capable of some amazing things when you believe in yourself. So go out there and attack life. That's all I have to say. Thank you very much.
So many years of just thankless work in MMA, and then finally, all of a sudden, the fans start to wake up to all of that work that you put in the gym, right?
Absolutely, man. You train your butt off and you work hard, and then you win fights and you keep winning, and you feel like sometimes you're not really being acknowledged or appreciated for the work you do, and then finally something like this happens, and then you feel like, you know what? All right. People know my name, people are watching, and people believe in what I can do in the future.
The 10th Annual Fighters Only World MMA Awards are brought to you by C4, Backblade, Wounded Warrior Project, and Fighters Only, the world's leading mixed martial arts magazine, available at fine retailers or subscribe now at fightersonlymag.com. The 10th Annual Fighters Only World MMA Awards are brought to you by C4, Backblade, Wounded Warrior Project, and Fighters Only, the world's leading mixed martial arts magazine, available at fine retailers or subscribe now at fightersonlymag.com. Here to present the trophy for the Shawn Tompkins Coach of the Year Award, please welcome Emily Tompkins.
We are 10 years into the Fighters Only World MMA Awards, and still so great for me to continue the tradition of honoring the best coaches in the world. There are some of the best and the brightest in the game today, and your nominees for the Shawn Tompkins Coach of the Year Award are
Shawn Tompkins Coach of the Year, presented by Wounded Warrior Project, Dwayne Ludwig, Faraz Zahabi, Trevor Whitman, Shawn Tompkins Coach of the Year, presented by Wounded Warrior Project.
All right, here we go. And the winner is Trevor Whitman.
Let me know that you about this. Put your money where your mouth is. Cause you gotta make it count enough to make your people go higher in accounting. Keep it flowing like a fountain. Ain't no time to be patient. Cause life only answers those that keep moving. What the hell are you?
Wow. I'm amazed because Rashad talked about that sidekick he threw earlier. And I was the one that taught him that. I really don't know what to say. You know, being a coach, the key is being selfless. And the most important part about my athletes is I feel like they're helping the world in being their self. Being a fighter is not about fighting an opponent, never. It's about facing yourself, facing your fears, and just being true to self. I'm honored to have Shawn Tompkins on my trophy here. He was a good friend of mine. Face yourself, face an opponent, go out there, be the best you could be.
Please welcome UFC flyweight fighter Jessie Jess, UFC fighter Vince Pichel.
Hi! You often hear fighters refer to their training partners as family, sometimes a little dysfunctional, but family nonetheless.
And for us as fighters, knowing we have that support system is super important for us, especially in those tough camps, getting prepared for fights.
These are the nominees for Gym of the Year.
Gym of the Year, presented by Lactigo, ATT, Gracie Technics, Kings MMA, Rufus Sport, TriStar. Gym of the Year, presented by Lactigo.
And the winner is...
Oh!
American Top Team!
Thank you very much.
Again.
Back to back. We're trying to create a dynasty. There's so many talented teams out there, and we have to work harder to build our lead. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
To present the next award, please welcome the stars of HGTV's Flipper Flop Las Vegas, Bristol, and Aubrey Morunde.
Everybody enjoys a highlight reel finish, but for me personally, there's just something about a sweet submission.
From arm bars to calf slicers, this category has a little bit of everything for fans of ground fighting.
Your nominees for Submission of the Year are...
Submission of the Year, presented by Backblade, Demetrius Johnson versus Ray Board, armbar, Brian Ortega versus Cub Swanson, modified guillotine.
Oh, there's Smith again. She's got an attack once again. Full guard. Time might be tighter. That's a tap. Getting on his feet. He readjusted the hands.
Brett Johns versus Joe Soto, calf slicer.
Head gets shifted to the outside in the high crotch. He's got to be careful here. He's attacking submission.
Another arm, and that's it.
Oh my goodness. Calf slicer. Unbelievable submission. Unbelievable submission.
Submission of the year, presented by Backblade.
And the winner is...
Without a doubt, Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson.
What's going on, guys? Demetrius Johnson here. Sorry I can't make it to the Mixed Martial Arts Awards. I'm currently in training camp, getting ready for Henry Cejudo rematch. Huge thanks to the fans for voting. Thanks to my coaches, Matt Hume, Brad Kurtzen, and all their training partners. The Mighty Whiz Bar is something that came up from Matt Hume. He's done it to me multiple times when we spar, and I'm very grateful I was able to do it at Ray Borg and show you guys something that the world has never seen before. Thank you guys so much for voting. We'll see you next time.
The 10th Annual Fighters Only World MMA Awards are brought to you by Lactigo, Backblade, Wounded Warrior Project, and Fighters Only, the world's leading mixed martial arts magazine. The 10th Annual Fighters Only World MMA Awards are brought to you by Lactigo, Backblade, Wounded Warrior Project, and Fighters Only, the world's leading mixed martial arts magazine.
Please welcome our next presenter from the promotion of the year. Here's BMX champion Ricardo Laguna.
Oh, come on, Palms MMA Awards. That wasn't that good? Yeah. That's it. I'm going to work on my BMX tricks. Building a brand that makes an impact on global stage is something that few has ever achieved. These companies have invested countless hours and endless dollars to make MMA the sport it is today. Nuestros cadadientes. And for those of you who don't speak Spanish, don't worry, I gotcha. Here are the nominees for Promotion of the Year.
Best Promotion, presented by Grunt Style, ONE FC, Bellator, KSW, UFC, LFA. Best Promotion, presented by Grunt Style.
And our winner, and nuestro ganador is UFC.
Well, I'm very honored and very proud to accept this for the UFC and for Dana, who is out of town right now. I want to thank Fighters Only, and especially I want to thank our fans. We have the best fans in the world, and I'm very proud. So thank you very much.
Tonight, we are lucky enough to be joined by a group of veterans from the Wounded Warrior Project. Now, please join me in welcoming some of our country's bravest. Thank you guys so much. Give it up for the Wounded Warrior Project, everyone. Thank you guys for your service. Thank you. Now, everybody, if you'd like to get involved, please visit woundedwarriorproject.org.
Please welcome UFC welterweight fighter Alan Jouban, and from the film Equalizer 2 with Denzel Washington, actor Jay Haran.
All right, what's up, guys? Every year, hundreds of thousands of votes are cast for the winners of the World MMA Awards. And this year, again, the category with the most votes was the Ring Card Girl of the Year.
The women represented in this sport have built their personal brands to a level of international stardom.
The nominees for the Ring Card Girl of the Year are
Ring Card Girl of the Year, presented by C4. Carly Baker. Jenny Andrade. Ariane Celeste. Mercedes Terrell. Ring Card Girl of the Year, presented by C4.
And the winner is Jenny Andrade.
I'm so happy. Last year's award was like a dream, and since then I have been cherishing that moment. And now God has blessed me again. I love what I do. And I would like to thank Fighters Only, my family, my fans, my mother, my queen, Elizabeth, and God, and congratulations to Fighters Only to making the world's biggest and best MMA Awards ceremony. Thank you.
The 10th Annual Fighters Only World MMA Awards are brought to you by Mile 22, Grunt Style, Lactigo, and Backblade. The 10th Annual Fighters Only World MMA Awards are brought to you by Mile 22, Grunt Style, Lactigo, and Backblade. Here to present our annual Lifetime Achievement Award, please welcome the CEO of Fighters Only, Mr. Rob Hewitt.
I'd like to take the opportunity to say thank you to everyone that's made the last 10 years of the World Mixed Martial Arts Awards possible, to the fans for voting and for taking their time to have their say, and to you, the industry, who dedicate your lives and entertain us and provide us with the competition and fighting action that we all love. Thank you. Here's a brief look back at the best bits from the last 10 years.
He's out! He's out! A spectacular finish as promised. The one world champion!
It is amazing to be here tonight.
And the winner is...
It's a great honor and a privilege to accept this award.
Thank you so much. I love you.
What's up, everybody? How are you tonight?
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it.
Everybody in this room, we've devoted our lives to this sport in some way, shape, and form. Love you guys. Thank you.
Submission! A fight of the year contender for sure!
Wait a minute.
Steve-O, you need help.
This means so much. Last year was a crazy year.
Tonight, on our 10th anniversary, we take the opportunity to pay due respects to one of the most iconic figures in our sport, someone who's played as big a part as any in its evolution, and give him his rightful praise by representing him with the award he won in 2008 on our biggest stage to date. A former LA police officer turned Octagon enforcer, tonight's winner has been officiating fights since UFC 2 in 1994 and has been in charge of some of the biggest moments in MMA history. His role when he first started was far different in terms of management and technique to what it is now. Due to the lack of rules in the very beginning, he would simply use his physical size and strength to protect fighters once a knockout or submission had been achieved. Since then, he's been a major figurehead in the production of the unified rules of MMA and uses his knowledge and experience to train others in the art of adjudication and control of professional and amateur fights. A BJJ black belt, an official, an instructor, a mentor, and an ambassador for the sport, and now a commentator. There's almost no stone of the MMA world that this man has not turned.
Big John McCarthy has witnessed the best that the UFC has had to offer over his years.
Here we go.
This could be another one of those
Are you ready?
that goes in the files.
Are you ready? Let's get it all!
Big John is a guy who literally wrote the rule book on mixed martial arts. And quite frankly, he was the only ref that had the balls to step in there in the UFC when it was no holds barred. If there was a Mount Rushmore of mixed martial arts, you'd have to put Big John McCarthy up there as one of the top guys.
If you stepped into a cage and John McCarthy was your referee, you knew that he was going to take control of a situation. He laid the blueprint out of when you are a referee in the sport of mixed martial arts, that cage belongs to you, and you have to treat it like that.
You know, he's the pioneer referee of the UFC, and he's brought a lot of knowledge and a lot of awareness to the sport that I don't think was there in the beginning, and helped shape refereeing, teaching other referees, and he's kind of set the standard of what a referee should be.
You're in the top position. I expect you to drive the fight towards a finish.
He was reffing my Invicta fight against Mariana Moraes, and I got full mount, and I was hitting her, and he wasn't stopping the fight. The round ended. I go back to my corner, up off of mount, and as I'm sitting down, John walks by and says, like, "You have to hit her harder." I'm like, what? I went back to the gym and asked my coach John, like, how do I hit her harder? So thanks to that, it got me better at ground and pound.
What makes John is, you know, one of the best referees that ever was. It's just awareness, his knowledge, his skill set, in and outside, off the mat. He knows the sport. He knows the moves. He knows jiu-jitsu. He knows striking. He's a very educated referee, and that's one thing I think that John's always brought to the table, and it really shows and makes a difference when he's out there doing his job.
The guy is great under pressure, one of the top refs of all time, and I mean, the proof's in the pudding. He deserves this Lifetime Achievement Award.
Let's get it all!
Well, I love you back. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first ever Lifetime Achievement Award winner, Mr. John McCarthy.
I want to say thank you so much. Thank you for this. Rob, thank you for what you bring to MMA and the class that you bring and what you do for fighters and letting them know that what you guys do is appreciated. And I can only tell you, I feel so humbled and so honored. I couldn't have done anything without my wife always supporting me, always being there, and always being she makes it to where she's the bad guy, I'm the good guy. She's my rock, and that's why I brought her up here, because she means so much to me. Thank you, I love you. Henry Gracie is sitting right there, and I remember him when he was a little kid. That's how old I am. His dad gave me my job because he said, "You don't mind seeing people get hurt." His dad was wrong. I mind. I do mind. And I try to teach everybody that's going to be a referee, you have to care more about the fighters than anything, because they are the most important thing. That is what the sport is about. Fighters going out and giving everything that they have, knowing that if something goes wrong, I have someone that will take care of me. And to every fighter that I have ever worked with, and every promoter I've worked with, like Ed there, and everybody, thank you. Thank you for allowing me to be part of your journey. Thank you for allowing me to be part of your fight. I was honored to do all of it. Thank you so much.
The 10th Annual Fighters Only World MMA Awards are brought to you by C4, Lactigo, Backblade, and Fighters Only, the world's leading mixed martial arts magazine. The 10th Annual Fighters Only World MMA Awards are brought to you by C4, Lactigo, Backblade, and Fighters Only, the world's leading mixed martial arts magazine. To present the next award, please welcome Super Bowl 52 champion of the Philadelphia Eagles, Brian Brahman, and former UFC Women's Bantamweight champion, Miesha Tate.
5 nominees, and they're all champions. The absolute toughest women on the planet.
Here are your nominees for Female Fighter of the Year.
Female Fighter of the Year, presented by Mile 22, Chris Cyborg, Rose Namajunas, Angela Lee,
Pressed. Lee with a big left hook. Unstoppable Angela Lee.
Elima Lay McFarlane,
Trying to isolate the arm. She might have it. Got it. It's all over.
Julia Budd,
Can't escape.
Female Fighter of the Year, presented by Mile 22.
And the winner is Rose Namajunas.
Hey guys, this is Rose Namajunas, and thank you so much for Female Fighter of the Year award. It's a huge honor. Let this be a reminder that you could be yourself, you could be honest and sincere, and still be successful. And what's the other thing? Oh yeah, stop throwing.
Please welcome the star of the Deported World Tour, comedian Russell Peters, and model and TV personality Caitlin O'Connor.
You know, Caitlin, comedy is all about timing. It's about making the joke hit.
And in MMA, timing is just as important.
Whether it's a joke or a punch, you always want to land it just right.
The knockout is still the most exciting thing in sports. And these nominees take the excitement to a whole new level.
Let's have a look.
Knockout of the Year, presented by Lactigo. Edson Barboza versus Beneil Dariush.
Barboza's got no. Oh! He got him! Edson Barboza does it again! Another highlight for the.
Aaron Pico versus Justin Lin.
Pico beginning to. Oh! Mamma mia! What a left hook! Pico closes the book!
Francis Ngannou versus Alistair Overeem.
Ngannou! Down goes the lead! Francis Ngannou has arrived!
Paul Daly versus Brennan Ward.
Spinning elbow coming. Oh! A spectacular finish as promised.
Matt Brown versus Diego Sanchez. Knockout of the Year, presented by Lactigo.
And the winner is...
Ooh.
Francis
Ngannou.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir, comment allez-vous?
Ça va bien, ça va bien.
Ah, super. Okay, thank you everyone. I want to thank all my team, my coach, my friend, and also all my fans. You know, all those people who pushed me to be doing what I'm doing today, you know, and then to be in front of you today. I'm very happy for this. Thank you everyone.
The 10th Annual Fighters Only World MMA Awards are brought to you by Mile 22, Grunt Style, C4, and Lactigo. The 10th annual Fighters Only World MMA Awards are brought to you by Mile 22, Grunt Style, C4, and Lactigo. To present the next award, please welcome, from the hit show SEAL Team on CBS, AJ Buckley and Max Theron.
How's it going, everybody? We brought a friend here tonight, Dan Briggs. He's a colleague, brother, and a retired master sergeant, and his dog captain.
Well, it is that time of the night, ladies and gentlemen. We are here to present one of the highest honors that can be awarded to any mixed martial artist.
Now, of the thousands and thousands that have chosen this great sport as a profession, this fighter has amassed a single-year resume comparable to any in this sport's history.
And the nominees are for Fighter of the Year.
The Charles Mask Lewis Fighter of the Year Award, presented by C4, Max Holloway, Demetrius Johnson, Robert Whitaker, Rafael dos Anjos, Ryan Bader,
Ryan Bader competing for the first time at heavyweight. He's already dropped the wall with the left hand. Ryan Darth Bader beats King Mo Lawal.
the Charles Mask Lewis Fighter of the Year Award, presented by C4.
And the winner for Fighter of the Year is...
Let's go. Whoa.
Max Holloway!
Hey guys,
My name is Brian Butler. I'm Max's manager, and I need to express how big of a deal this meant to Max, and he has all the respect for Brian. So again, thank you guys. I think it's a well-deserved award, so thank you all again.
To present the next award, please welcome the African King of Comedy, Michael Blackson, and Bellator Women's Flyweight Champion, Alima Leigh McFarlane.
God, all these white people. I feel like I'm in court. You look beautiful.
Thank you, Pineapple Princess right here.
And I have the Mr. T starter kit. Action-packed, technical, beautiful, barn burner, and jaw-dropping are a few ways we do not describe a fight in the hood, but there's a way we describe an amazing MMA fight.
And certainly the way these fights were described by anyone that was lucky enough to watch these ridiculous brawls.
And your nominees for Fight of the Year are...
Fight of the Year, presented by Grunt Style. Eddie Alvarez versus Justin Gaethje.
Maybe a slip from Gaethje, and he eats a big knee from Alvarez. Oh! Down goes Gaethje! Gaethje might be out! That's it! That is it!
Justin Gaethje versus Michael Johnson.
Can Johnson survive? No, he cannot!
Aung La Nsang versus Vitaly Bigdash.
Showing now that he did have a good count, and he's caught Bigdash with the left hand. World champion!
Eddie Alvarez versus Dustin Poirier.
Oh, with that left hand, Eddie's in big trouble. Okay, that's not legal. That's not legal. That's not legal.
Robert Whittaker versus Yoel Romero.
Whittaker goes down. Oh, beautiful work there. Look at this. Huge. Whittaker on top.
Fight of the Year, presented by Grunt Style. Fight of the Year, presented by Grunt Style.
Can you help me out with this? Can you read this?
Can I help you do what?
Can you read this?
I can't read that. I went to school with Floyd Mayweather.
Don't worry, I got you. And the fight of the year is Eddie Alvarez versus Justin Gaethje.
Well, this is an unforgiving sport, and thank God I get to win even when I lose. Let's take a note here. Myself and my teammate, Rose Namajunas, is the only people to win 2 awards tonight, and we are led by the Coach of the Year, Trevor Whitman. So, Conor McGregor can suck my
What an amazing show, you guys. Congrats to all the deserving nominees, and bravo to all that are taking home an award tonight. You guys have been an amazing audience. Thank you all. Good night.
Thanks, everybody. Good night. God bless. Yes.
International Fighter of the Year.
And the winner is Robert Whittaker.
Big thanks to Fighters Only and all the fans that voted for me.
Referee of the Year.
My man, my brother, Big John McCarthy.
That is an ugly dude.
MMA Journalist of the Year.
Thank you, all the great people who I work with, and of course my family, who allows me to live my dream and cover this great sport.
Analyst of the Year.
Dominic Cruz.
Thank you so much for choosing me, and much love to everybody.
Best MMA Programming.
Without you guys going in there day in and day out and putting your heart out there, we would have nothing. So let's give it up for all the fighters.
In the world of fake news, people, these are the sources you can count on to bring you the realest of the real.
MMA Media Source of the Year.
Luke Thomas was going to be here to accept this award, but he missed weight. So a lot of that going around nowadays.
Having a great trainer is invaluable in MMA, and these guys ensure that your favorite fighters are always at the top of their game.
Trainer of the Year.
You guys are really humble athletes, hardworking, very coachable. To sum all this up in one word would be grateful.
Upset of the Year.
The Gross.
Hey guys, thank you so much for Upset of the Year. It's a huge accomplishment, and just don't let nobody's opinions of you stop you from achieving greatness.
There's so many years of just thankless work in MMA, and then finally all of a sudden the fans start to wake up to all of that work that you put in the gym, right?
Absolutely, man. You train your butt off and you work hard, and then you win fights and you keep winning, and you feel like sometimes you're not really being acknowledged or appreciated for the work you do, and then finally something like this happens, and then you feel like, you know what? All right. People know my name, people are watching, and people believe in what I can do in the future.
How many times did you go back and watch that highlight?
I can't count. I mean, even without wanted to watch it, I watch it because everywhere people was like, yes, this you, and then every time on social, I'm gonna see it on the internet, I'm gonna see it on TV, I'm gonna see it. So I watch it a lot.
It became so good, it became a meme, like people were turning it into a GIF and just using it for any sort of example of when somebody gets their head knocked off. So congratulations again.
Thank you very much.